is ILIA, and it is actually Hebrew for God is Lord, and it's pretty much what we're about. So we had a few different names, but ILIA kind of stuck with us. What we're about is just to bring hope to people, because we've all been in a place where we've just been hopeless and feel like there's no way out, and just want you guys to know that there's hope in Christ, and it doesn't matter what you've been through, what you've done, or anything like that, that, you know, people might tell you that you're not good enough or whatever, but the thing is that you are. Christ created you for a purpose, and there's hope in any situation that you're in. I just want people to know that.
I'm making it on iTunes, or I believe you can order it off of MySpace also. Yeah, so our show, of course.
Which our MySpace is myspace.com/ILIAmusic.
But that was last night. I'll scream your name, Jesus. Will you save me? Falling further, further away, grasping for anything, but everything seems to slip away. Give me the strength to stand. Let me know that I'm okay.
I guess our current single out right now is called Last Night, and it's just about how you're in a low point in your life and you kind of hit rock bottom and you realize that the only way out is through Christ, and it's just about your heart crying out to Him. You can kind of apply that to any situation that you're in your life.
Well, my favorite band is a band called Eastburn. Their lyrics to me are just really meaningful, and there's a lot to think about with all of their words, and musically it's really intricate, and I just really like it, so that's my favorite. I really like all types of music. I like everything from like techno to like death metal, and some of my favorite bands are like Norma Jean, Under Oath. I really like Me Without You. I actually have one of their lines written right here. And you know, I don't know, I love music, and that's where I come from.
I'm the same way. I like all types of music. I grew up on like two of my favorite bands growing up was MXPXN, Buck Enterprise, but I love anything from like classical, like Frank Sinatra stuff, to punk. I'm not so much into metal and stuff, but I do like some bands like Norma Jean and Project 86, stuff like that. But I love indie. I love music, so I cover the bases. We all kind of do. Yeah,
I don't know. I guess basically it's pretty much everything but country. Yeah. But I don't know, like I listen to a lot of stuff, so I don't know if I really have a favorite, but yep, I like pop, like never was. Pop-ish, not pop, whatever.
And for me, I'm pretty much the same as them. I like to listen to jazz and Frank Sinatra type stuff as well, and I'm not really into a lot of metal or hardcore, maybe a little bit, but I guess one of my favorite bands and kind of influenced me is Skillet, so yeah.
We're hooked up with a really cool organization called Stand True Ministries, and it's a pro-life organization, and we're very much pro-life, and because we believe that God created everything and everyone, and no matter how small it's, you know, it's a person in this life, and so that, and they also are really big into like purity and modesty, and we're really big into that also. So just, you know, encouraging girls to, and people in general, just to wait for marriage and that they're worth waiting for. So.
This was just interesting. Like, we've been on tour before, but like this is the first time like we really broke down, and our radiator messed up. So like, it's kind of a big deal. And apparently you're supposed to have like there's specific radiators, like you know for specific cars. And we have an '88 Chevrolet van, so you know that's not common these days.
Right.
So when we broke down this town, you know, it was just random, you know, and we were right next to the hotel, so we stayed there, and they kind of took care of it. And it turns out later, after it got all fixed and everything, we left. Her dad told us that the lady that was at she was the manager of the shop, was like, you know, it's really weird, but 10 years ago I got an '88 Chevrolet radiator in my shop. She's like, and I thought I would never get rid of this 10 years before we broke down.
Wow.
So it was just kind of crazy, you know, how God, like, 10 years ago was getting us set up for where we were going to be. So
Otherwise, it would have been 3 weeks
yeah,
to get
3
a new
weeks.
radiator. So, and we were gone the next day.
Yeah.
So,
And it's cool to look back and be like, man, God, you're crazy, like how you worked things out. And it's like, you know, we've all been like talking and learning about, especially me, like about like timing. And I've been reading a lot about that in Ecclesiastes, about just like there's a perfect time for everything. And it's like it's really cool to look back and see that when you don't see it at the moment that you're in it, but when you look back, you do see how God's hands was in everything.
Well, we have a road pastor that lives in North Carolina, and it's just if we ever have anything we need to talk about or any of that great stuff, you know, 3 o'clock in the morning or 12 o'clock at night after a show, you know, we're free to call him, and he has a lovely wife, and so they're awesome. Like they're easy to talk to, and they always have good advice for us and stuff. So.
Plus, I mean, we all are friends. So anytime we have a problem, we're always with each other. So we just talk about it, and that's also like we don't fight really because I mean we do sometimes, but it's usually over directions. So it's okay. But yeah, we're each other's what's that word? Accountability, psychiatric, whatever, you know. Therapy.
Also, we have awesome families and parents back home that keep us grounded, you know. And we talk to them often, and yeah, they make sure that we keep our feet planted and are headed in the right direction. So.
Get your GPS screen for your van.
We do have one
now.
now. It's just sometimes like when we're in this like in Nashville and we're trying to go places we don't use the GPS, but our manager's telling instructions. It's like because he gets distracted really easy. So I'm like, stop, where are we going? And he'll be like, just go straight. And I'm like, there's like 50 different straights you can go. You know?
Or go right and it's a one-way left.
You know. So it's fun things like that. You kind of like God teaches you patience.
The reference of it. I can't remember where I read it, but it was just really cool because it was like so simple, but like it's just things like that that you forget about, especially that are in the Bible. It was just a verse and all it says was take heart because God is overcoming the world, and it's like, you know, like I read it, I was like, it's so silly that we forget simple things like that. Like, you know, we don't have to worry because God's already taken care of everything.
Hey, we're ILIA. If you ever come to our show, make sure you talk to us. We like friends.
Yep.
Yes.
Hang out.
And our MySpace is myspace.com/ILIA. So check us out.
And ILIA is ILIA. Thanks for being our friends.